What's cracking, man? It's your homeboy Lil Rob right here on Chicago Street TV. Just putting it down for the brown side of town. You already know, homeboy. Yeah.
And how was the neighborhood growing up? And what is the neighborhood now?
Well, I think I had a good childhood, man. You know, just living there was cool. We're living around a lot of my cousins and stuff like that, man. And the friends we kept were cool. And started off like anybody else, party, man, riding skateboards and bikes and shit. Always into like GTs and Haros, break dancing and all that kind of stuff, man. Like I said before, my brother would DJ, bring home all the records, all the new records at the time, and I stay at the pad, mixing and scratching and learning how to blend and everything, man. And we'd go to house parties, and I would take over for him sometimes, and then we would pick up the mic when I was like 14, 15, rapping at parties and stuff. And but other than that, man, I had a good childhood right there, man. And it's cool. And right now, it's a little bit different. I don't live there no more, but when I do go back, it's kind of just a little bit different. It's more gentrified, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So what type of music did you listen to growing up, and what type of music was played at your household growing up?
My mom would probably be playing the blues or something like that when she's cleaning the house or whatever. My dad was in an oldie band, so he'd be singing like, the oldies, so that was always around the oldies and stuff, So I remember walking in on him playing, or playing Ohio Players or something like that, and George Benson or something like that. Me following my brother's footsteps. It was always like, all the rap, LL Cool J, Beastie Boys, Fat Boys, Run DMC for sure, the regular NWA, all that kind of stuff too, man. But before that too, even like freestyle like Shannon and Trinier. Trinier's fucking dope. Those are the kind of music I was mixing and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And old school, play at your own risk type of things, cheap thrills, the list goes on and on, man. Just a wide range of a different kind of music, man. Oldies, Rafa Bagan became my favorite to listen to, but then I like everything else too, man. When I hear anything, man. There's a lot of good music, man. A lot of good music, so I listen to pretty much everything, man. Even like old school like rock and stuff, like Rat. One of my cousins used to play the drums. Well, he plays the drums now. He's fucking dope as fuck, and so he'd be with his pencils like Tommy Lee and flipping the pencil like that, and I'd be more into rapping and doing that stuff. So, but I would listen to everything, man, all that kind of stuff. Motley Crue shit, Yeah.
So in our previous interview, I remember you were speaking about working a job when you were younger. So what job did you work before you gained success in your music career?
Shit, man, I was working at a Italian restaurant when I was 15, 16, and that's when they would swoop me up and take me to the studio, and that's when I recorded Mexican Gangster No Other Night. When I was 16, they swooped me up, but I was busboying at an Italian restaurant in Del Mar. It's called Papacino's, but it's not there no more. And then I would work across the street, man, at Albertsons, man, packing groceries and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And mailing the cardboard and ordering the bread and shit like that. So that was a few jobs I had. And then shipping and receiving with my brother. I worked with my brother and my compa, and then I signed with the label Upstairs Records, and then I took time off to start writing music, and that's kind of like it, man. But other than that, man, I always had a job, man. Always had to have a job or something to fall back on, I think, man. But
Three, two, one. So previously, also you had talked about when you got shot in your mouth. So once you left the hospital after getting shot, how long did it take for you to recover from the shooting, and were you able to talk right after it?
Yeah, it was just kind of rough, man. I had a hole in my throat, man. So when I went home, I was just in bed with a hole in my throat, the tape covering it. That's how I would breathe. And you take the tape off, it was a tracheotomy. Take the tape off and clean the inside and suck out all the fucking whatever's in there, you know what I mean? But so I was in bed for a long time. My jaw was wired shut for 7 weeks, and so so my jaw got really weak too. So when it came time to take off the wires off my jaw, I had no power in my jaw, so I couldn't even really eat anyways, So I was real skinny, and just from not eating and blending food or drinking and short was my way of eating. And but it was fucked up, man. It was fucked up. Never want to go through that ever again. And, you know, people think it's a cool thing. Well, it's not. You know, fuck no.
So how?
You know, it's cool because I survived and shit. That's cool, and I can talk about it. But
Oh, yeah.
but I almost died, man. And you would have never got the other music. You would have got Mexican Gangster with a night switching going, do my thing, and I think that's it, man. That's all you would have got from me.
Damn.
That'd have been it.
So how old were you when that happened?
Brown crowd. I was 18.
18.
Yeah. 18 with a bullet, literally. Yeah.
So from that, you transitioned to also making movies, and you came out in several movies. So what was the experience like working in these movies and all that?
It was cool, man. Shout out to my boy Manny Jimenez, man. He's the one from Suspect Entertainment that even got me involved and started doing things, hanging out with them, and you know, and then getting in front of the camera. But I don't know, man. I'm not really good at it. I like what I see. I like when I see it if it's cool, but the whole being in front of the camera and action and all that kind of stuff is hard for me, man. Like, you know, so I don't know, man. I have like mixed feelings about it. I mean, I want to do it, but then and people think I should do it, but then I'm not really sure if I want to do it. That's kind of my whole life. This is kind of how I am, anyways. You know, one foot in, one foot out the door. Like, I don't know, you know. So, but it was cool, man. It's cool.
So when you came out in Big Stand, did it take several shots to get that shot of you?
That one was kind of crazy, man. We shot that up in Stockton, and you know, I had my own trailer and everything. And it was, you know, around the prison yard, and 115 degrees out there, man. And we were recording and shit, and so I was doing my line, and I was trying to stay right. And then Rob Schneider had to tell him, man, that I was about to pass out. Man, I'm about to pass out, man. So they took me into some freezers to cool down and gave me some a drink that I could drink to, like, you know, feel a little bit better or whatever. And so that was pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, I kind of have to do it over and over. You know, I get nervous. You know what I mean? But see, and that's the thing, man. If I do it over and over, I don't want to waste nobody's time. So I don't want to waste their film. I don't want to waste their time on action again. Like, motherfucker, get it right already. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Do you still remember your line you had in Big Stand?
I don't know word by word right now, but the Nazis were saying the Virgin Mary tortilla is a fake. That ain't cool, Holmes. Yeah. And I never even heard that story, so I was like, you know, I don't know if that's true or not. But
So
yeah.
what was the difference between working in that movie set compared to Down for Life?
I just kind of flew out by myself to Stockton, and we shot that in the prison yard, and I was kind of just chilling and, you know, kind of meeting people here and there and everything, but just kind of by myself. And but between Down for Life, I mean, nothing really different, man. It's all the same. I'm nervous all the time, man. I'm nervous right now doing an interview.
Is there any favorite boxers that you like to watch right now or maybe before?
Nah, I mean, fuck, man. Shit, I used to watch boxing all the time, man. Man, those were Oscar De La Hoya days. You know what I mean? Mike Tyson days and stuff like that. But nowadays, I don't really watch, man. I don't know. Doesn't really catch me. I mean, if there's beer there, I'll fucking go there and drink the beer and watch. But other than that, I'm not going out of my way to check it out. I mean, I don't know, man. No disrespect to anything. It's kind of me. But that's with me. That's me with everything. With football too, eh? Like, you know, same thing, man. You know.
So recently you threw out the first pitch for the San Diego Padres when they went up against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
You wanna elaborate on that experience?
Oh yeah, well we shot the video. It's up on the Instagram and everything, man. But yeah, a whole different experience, man. I get nervous with everything, but I was fucking way nervous on this one, man. Like, you know, they gifted me a jersey, said Lil Rob 23, and the 23 to me means Brown Crowd, so Lil Rob Brown Crowd San Diego. So I took it back to the beginnings right there, and so they gifted me that jersey. Make sure I was taken care of, man. Order anything you want, and anything you want to eat, anything you want to drink, just taken care of in the ownership seats, the VIP seats, behind first base. Walked me up there, man. And that's when I got nervous when I had to go to the mound and shit. So, but yeah, no, it was a good experience, man. And shout out to the San Diego Padres for inviting me down there and everything, man. One of my homeboys hit me up because we were losing the game. And he texted me, fucking Ben, motherfucker. He says, he goes, man, if we lose, it's your fault. Oh, man, motherfucker, we lost that night. But hey, it's all to the good, man. Win some, lose some. Um, yeah, it was nerve wracking for me, man. We got up there and I did it though, you know. I used to pitch when I was 11, and so kind of used that experience that I had from back then. But it was cool, man. I had a lot of family show up, a lot of friends show up. You know, I took my lady and my son with me so he could see the experience for, you know, with his eyes, and so that was pretty dope. You know, I mean, made a little vacation out of it. Took him to the Pomona show on the Saturday after that. You know, picked up a little French bulldog for him. Martinez Candles, what's up, homeboy? Thank you, dog, eh? Yeah. Yeah, man. So just made a good weekend out of it, man. You know, with the family and shit. It was cracking, man. You can find it all at thereallilrob.com. So if you're looking for me, man, it's at thereallilrob.com, and that's where you find me. Or at the Real Little Rob. At the Real Little Rob? Start it over. At the Real Little Rob. It was cracking the show with Lil Rob, and I want to send a big shout out to Illusionary Films. Yeah, Lil Rob, and I'm out, eh?